Hey everyone, Trienne Top here. Welcome back to the Be That Create That channel. We are so excited to share another member of our community with you today, Catherine McNally. I'm going to bring her on in just a second. She is going to share a few tips and tricks with you today, also her entrepreneur journey. And I just love exposing and introducing and engaging our community and being able to share some of these people with you that are making such an impact and the way that they are doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and bring Catherine on here as well. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello. From
All right.
Toronto.
So I always want to give you guys the opportunity to introduce yourself. Obviously, you know best what you love to share with the world and how you do that. So Catherine, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to our community?
Sure. I'm Catherine McNally. I am Canadian. I live in Toronto, Ontario. I am a professional actor and acting coach for 36 years. So I've been in the entertainment industry for that length of time. And I'm also an entrepreneur with health and wellness. So I've been doing that for 10 years. I'm the top 6% of the company. I just got back from Vegas with our global conference. And so I do 3 businesses and I am a freelancer. So I've been doing that for a long period of time.
That's awesome. A true multi-entrepreneur. It's interesting that you say that you've been doing the health and wellness as an entrepreneur. I literally just got off an interview with someone else. And one of the things she asked me was, give us, 3 top habits that you can have as an entrepreneur. And I was like, number 1 is drink your water. Drink lots and lots of water.
There are.
And, I was in network marketing for 8 years with 31 Gifts in the early, probably 2009 and on. Which company is it that you are with?
I'm with Arbonne. It's a 45-year-old company, B Corp certified, which is really important, which is you want to look at companies that are B Corp certified on people, planet, profit are the same alignment. And the transparency of the ingredients and the efficacy of how the packaging and all those things. So, Ben & Jerry's, Patagonia, those kind of high quality, high ethical companies. So B Corp is kind of the way things are going right now, particularly when we got climate change happening and how we want to leave the planet, and also having really safe products that are adhering to certain standards, which you have to be recertified every 2 years. So it's not a one-off, right? You have to still maintain a certain kind of quality. And Arbonne is doing that. So it's very exciting. We're in 6 different countries, and I just do it online.
That's
amazing.
In
the nooks and crannies of my busy life. And I meet people from all over the world and help them in if you're in the New Zealand, Poland, Australia, UK, US, and Canada, you can do business in those 6 countries.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I tried Arbonne once. I absolutely love their products.
Yes.
But what I distinctly remember is the smell. It smells so fresh and clean. Oh, yeah. I love it. Yes, it's absolutely.
And they're big. So if you're talking about hydration, for tips, if you wanted hydration, they have the Fizz. So the Fizz is what in Canada the most popular product. Canadians devour the Fizz. We just got a raspberry flavor, and it's really an energy drink. So instead of coffee, if you have that 3 o'clock slump, and it's so good that you end up drinking your 3 liters of water. So they've got ginseng, green tea extract, that kind of thing. So they're beautiful. And then some products don't smell. Like some people are really sensitive to product smell. There's a new skincare line that is with avocado oil and hyaluronic acid, 5-step program. We just introduced it now. So, and it has no smell to it whatsoever. So it's beautiful. Yeah. And all genders and all ages can use it.
Yeah, I don't think about the fact that there's a lot of people that are sensitive to the smells and things like that. For me, a bright, clean citrus smell is like, those little, we're so getting off topic. I love you.
It's okay.
You for this, but I always have a list of questions and then it always has a conversation.
Yeah, the smells are all botanical, so they don't linger on forever. So they are
talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about.
That's okay. Go for it.
That's so funny.
That's fine.
All right. So what I was just going to say is I have those little wool balls that I use in my dryer, and we use lemon oil on those, and my daughter just goes crazy with the lemon oil.
Yeah, absolutely. So
every little bit counts, right?
It does.
So explain to us a little bit. You said you've been an actress for 36 years, which is lovely. That's some longevity in a career like that. How did you get started in something like that?
Well, it's really kind of, it was a practical thing because I didn't know what I wanted to be. And I figured if I could be an actor, I could be like a doctor and lawyer and teacher, and I don't have to go through the whole medical school, and I could just be just like doing medical for, on a television series for an hour, and then I'm good. I got that experience. So it started off as practical, but I think when you're little, you just end up. I think part of our childhood was just creating plays all the time. We were away for the summer. We didn't have a TV. We didn't have sounds so didn't have a TV. Didn't have a phone. So what we did was we make believe, and we put on plays, and people would come and see us, and that just sort of started as an activity. And then I think sometimes people think that actors are extroverts, but actually we're kind of introverted people. But we love telling stories, and we love connecting to humanity and connecting to people. So we will overcome our little introvert quality of ourselves just so that we can share that part of ourselves. And so I've been doing that for 36 years professionally, but the years before that too.
Sure, I love that. Yeah, I love that. So how did you get into the entrepreneurial space then? What was the first thing that you ventured into, and where has that carried you now?
Sure. Well, I think being an acting coach sort of morphed itself out of necessity because the unpredictability of the acting. And I already had that skill set, right? So, and not everybody can teach and not everybody can coach. So let's just put that out there. I just happen to be really good at it. And it just sort of navigated with my husband and I. We also have our McNallyCandyActing.com. That is our studio. So, we coach actors, and we've been doing that for about 5 or 6 years on our own studio, but then we did it independently before that. And that just came out of a necessity. That just came from using our skills and our talents to help other people, again, with the flexibility that we needed. With Arbonne in that health space was because I just want to get healthier. Like, if I'm not healthy as a mom, as a performer, I there's no food on the table, right? Like, I have to show up. So Arbonne really spoke to me in terms of the quality of the product and the health of the products. So I was using it for 3 years, loved the results. As I said, this is 60, so I've been using these products for about 13 years now. And then I've been in the business for 10. So it was just basically people saying, you look great, feel good. And I go, well, just go talk to this person. And my friend of mine said, why didn't you turn that into your own business? And so I fit that in my nooks and crannies of my life. And I'm not at the mercy of, like, right now we have a writer's strike going on and possibly an actor's strike. So that is going to affect our work. So I have this prepare for impact kind of business that I fit in 2 hours a day intermittently. And it just became a very practical choice. Products that you're going to use anyway, like, you might as well buy it from your own store, get a discount, and then use the products that you love, and then share them with people. And then I made a commission off of it. And then the bonus part of it was that you end up helping a lot of people. And that's the big thing, right? So, I became very clear about why I was doing what I was doing. I was an actor, acting coach, and entrepreneur with health and wellness, all in the same line of helping people, helping tell a story, help other people tell stories, and help professional people to find their true health and beneficial way of living in a healthier way, and either through building a business or just using the products. So it's all sort of aligned all together. I think you're frozen now.
Oh, froze. There we go.
Oh, now you're back.
So it does that every once in a while. Sorry about that. So abundancewithcatherine.com is the website that I was sharing with them today. And this speaks to, you've got some great blog posts on there. And just this one that I found, the Achieving Financial Freedom Through Residual Income, Unlocking Your Path to Abundance. So we don't think about the fact that, people kind of shy away from online business and what have you. And it's really just sharing the things that you love and why you love them. Like you said, for a long time, all you did was, well, you need to go talk to this person. You need to go talk to this person. I do that as well. But it got to a point, I remember with my first company, where I was like, why am I sending them to someone else when I can just as easily get them the information? I'm already getting a discount. I'm serving them, right? It's all about, like, how can I help someone else get what they want and feel better? And that feels so good.
Yeah, and I think it is about, when you give, you also get something back too as well. Like that, if have a servant heart too as well, I think that's really important if you come from that place. It's not transactional, right? Like I think I think network marketing may have had a bad rap about 20, 25, 30 years ago, maybe even. But now it's really just about a servant heart. These are really high quality products that you're going to get because you're saving money with not advertising, because it's really word of mouth. You always listen to the person who you know, like, and trust, right? Like, you're not going to,
Yes.
I mean, as much as I love Beyonce, I think she's fantastic, but it's really, she sets it up, but it's really when your girlfriend comes around and goes, hey, I really love that shampoo, she's, or whatever, promoting. But it really is through a know, like, and trust relationship. So we have a more direct approach of actually talking to our friends, and then they refer you to people, or sometimes you just meet somebody. Like I was just playing pickleball today and they said, well, what are you drinking? And I shared with them my fizz. So that's how you help. It's more fluid and a lot more relational and more helpful. Sometimes also I have clients who are actors and they look at me and go, well, what do I use for my child's skin? Because breaking out and acting, and I hear all the horror stories of all these chemical-based products. And I just go, look, if you want to, take a look at this. And it's a 90-day complete refund policy. If you don't like it, you return it complete free and you're good. So there's a lot of perks with having your own business that way. You're getting products for yourself and your family that are healthier and a higher standard. As I said, B Corp certified. I suggest people take a look at what that is, because it's really important to understand what that is and how that, you want to look for that label on all the products that you buy or services that you use that is B Corp certified.
Well, and I think you are going to look at something like network marketing. One of the main things is you can tell you definitely have a passion behind this, but you have to lead yourself in a way that you're like, these are products that I do use, that I do love, that I want, that I have a passion behind. And then you can build your clientele and your services from there, rather than just being like, oh crap, I need to make some money. I guess I'll grab at this product because it's the newest. It's like, no, like, have something that you are aligned with that will create some longevity.
And that's true. And that's why Arbonne is 43 years old, right? Like, it's a legacy company, family owned company. It's associated with Groupe Rocher as our parent company. So if you know Yves Rocher, Groupe Rocher, and they're really in alignment to really getting the best quality products out there. And so, I always ask when somebody's doing a network marketing, I said, is it B Corp certified? Like, just ask. And a lot of the time, some people don't know. And it's not easy to get. Like, you have to adhere to certain standards all the time with research and data. So that's what's really brilliant about it. I think it's also important to understand that it's not for everybody, right? This is not a get-rich-quick scheme at all. You have to put the work into it. It's effort-based, but you're focused, right? That's the thing if we're going to talk about leadership. You have to be focused on, if you're going to put 2 hours aside, you be focused with it. You're not scrolling, looking at the dog videos and the little cats that knock things off tables. As entertaining as they are. Like, I'm there with you,
right?
I'm with you, and you don't have to do social media if that's not your thing. Some people just like the good old-fashioned way of talking, and then you can get on with your day. So that's why stay-at-home moms can do it, stay-at-home parents can do it, doctors, lawyers, teachers. You'd be surprised how many high-vibe professional people do a network marketing business just because they know that they may want something extra. And they have to, at these last 3 years haven't taught us, we have to prepare for impact, right? Like, there's a lot of shifts. We talked about the housing market. We're talking about inflation. We're talking about people that are doing 80-hour weeks and they're burnt out. They're on their holiday and they're still on their phone doing their business. They want to be with their families. They want better work-life balance, which is what my blog was talking about. And you also, sometimes you want to make that extra bit of money from Arbonne, for instance, like I have, and then I reinvest it, right? And then I make money off of my. So it's constant have your money make money mentality too as well. It's really, really smart. Forbes talks about diversifying your income. You have to. You can't just do one thing anymore. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. It's sort of the actor's life is now the trend now, where, we can't rely on one thing as an actor. We've never had to do that. But, I don't want to be a barista and I don't want to serve anymore. I did that in my 20s. It's amazing how many people are still not willing to look bigger. That's why I say abundance as opposed to scarcity. You have to think abundantly. You have to wake up every morning saying thank you, and just be gratitude is at the cornerstone of any kind of business. Like, it doesn't matter what you're doing. And I know that's hard some days because you just go, well, how am I going to pay my rent, or how am I going to pay off that credit card, or how am I, and you'll figure it out. But having an extra stream of income where you can be your own boss, work with where you want, who you want to work with, where you want to work. Like when I'm shooting on location, it's fantastic because I'm sitting in the trailer. I can do my business for about an hour, right? Or if I'm off in Budapest shooting something, I can do my business. So it's fascinating, right? Like it's just a different mindset you have to really shift in, and you have to look what suits you. And community is important. It's another thing I must say. Having a community of like-minded people that are positive and want to help you move forward in your life, meets you wherever you're at and supports you and gives you mentorship. Not only mentorship for business and entrepreneurialism, but also personal growth and development is huge. Like that is the cornerstone of, I think, any good leader has to have personal growth and development is the cornerstone. And ooga booga, singing around the campfire, right? Singing kumbaya. It's more than that. It is more than that.
It's
right?
taking action. Yeah.
Taking action.
Yeah.
That's a lot of my blogs are a lot about that.
So when this community knows that we're pretty big on a morning routine, and it includes some sort of professional development. What would you say is a non-negotiable, even if it's not a morning routine, in your day to feel successful? What is something that's a non-negotiable for you?
Definitely morning pages or reading. Like I'm reading a personal growth. Like I'm reading this one now. Six Secrets of Six-Figure Women, right? So I'm reading that. And I read about 20 pages, so that's great. I also work out, like I have to get my body moving. Like that's non-negotiable for me. And either that's weights, swimming, pickleball, as we were discussing before,
right,
and walking. So, or I ride my bike to work. So, because I work in an acting studio too as well. So I think physicality and drinking water, like you have to be hydrated. And I'm saying a lot of things, right? But also connecting with people you love on a day-to-day basis and who love you. And that may be a simple thing like going for a cup of coffee or just talking on the phone or and I think also another thing, you want to be curious every day. Like you want to learn something new every day. That means I think you have to take a risk every day at some capacity because you're not going to learn unless you take a risk, right?
Absolutely.
So I make mistakes every day.
Don't we all? Every single day. I always say everything is either a lesson or a blessing because
right. I was surprised I'm even being able to function. I was ready for the big mistake kind of connect to you. I was like ready for the big moment, but we were very smooth. This was awesome.
We were.
So I think that too. And also take the pressure off yourself. Don't expect to have everything done right. And I think we really suffer from that, trying to wait for that perfect time. I'm going to wait till I'm ready for it. So, well, don't wait till you're ready. Like, don't wait for permission. And the thing is, no one's going to save you, right? Like, we have to understand that there's no Prince Charming that's going to come save you. That's not going to happen. And you're not going to save everybody. So put yourself first. Like I know it sounds selfish, but you do have to put yourself first. Putting on the mask first, and also not look for perfection because you can. And bless and release people. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you anything. That's one thing I know as being an actor. I put out auditions out there. It's just an opportunity for me to act. 9 times out of 10, I get no feedback. I get nothing. So you really have to have that grit. You have to have grit. I think that's an important thing. People can be as beautiful or as talented or as fabulous, but that's not going to sustain them. It's grit and resilience. That's what keeps you going. After 36 years of doing what I do, and after 10 years of doing my entrepreneurialism.
Oh my gosh, you have shared, we've been on for 18 minutes, and I just am like, I got a page full of notes, and you shared so much great wisdom and impact with our community. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For those that would like to follow, be more in your world, what's the best place for them to find you?
Well, I am on LinkedIn, so you can look up Catherine McNally on LinkedIn. I'm also Catherine McNally Official on Instagram, and I have a Facebook post called Awaken Your True Calling. And then, of course, my webpage too as well. You can connect with me there. There's a email there. But yeah, join my Awaken True Calling. That's on my Facebook page, and that's on my business Facebook page. Yeah.
Okay.
So, Yeah, cool.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining
Thank
us
you.
today. If you guys are ready for more content like this, you can join us inside the Female Leader headquarters where we have these YouTube and on the podcast, Be That Create That leadership conversations with Tree on Top. Again, thank you so much. And we will see you guys next time.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Hey guys, Trian here, back again. Just a thank you to being part of our podcast. We are loving all the reviews that we're getting, the messages that we're getting that are showing that the content is exactly what you need to be showing up as your authentic leadership self and for your teams and your business. Remember, we are also over on Facebook in the Female Leader headquarters, and you can join us over there to continue the conversation about how we can lead our teams and start by leading ourselves. We'd love to connect with you over there. We're also on Instagram at Tree on Top, and you can find us on TikTok at Tree on Top. We'll talk to you soon.